This is one of the greatest natural wonders of the past 150 years. It's a rare and dramatic aurora seen as far south as Rome. It was one of the most spectacular low-latitude auroras in history. Yet there exists almost no full-length documentary about this incredible event on YouTube. And in today's episode, we're going to learn all about the Great Aurora of 1872 and why it should be better known. We will combine astronomy, history, technology, and human reaction in 1872. Are you ready to get lost in time? Let's get to it. Night in Rome, 1872. Ambers dancing in the sky. The year is 1872. The place is Rome. In the early hours of February, something extraordinary happens above the eternal city. A celestial ballet unfolds in the heavens, painting the night sky with hues of red, green, and violet. It's an aurora, a shimmering display of ethereal lights that dance and swirl across the heavens. But this is no ordinary aurora. It's an extraordinary spectacle, an unexpected visitor that has ventured far beyond its usual polar domain. This is an aurora that has arrived in Rome, an event that would become a celestial sensation of the century. As the sky erupts in a symphony of vibrant colors, the people of Rome are left in awe, their faces tilted upwards towards the heavens in wonderment. Have you ever witnessed such a sight? Can you imagine the gasp that must have escaped their lips as they beheld the sky's enchanting display? This is not just a natural phenomenon. It's a moment etched in time, a reminder of the universe's grandeur that we can only marvel at through the stories of those who came before us. But how does an aurora reach Rome? What forces of nature conspire to bring this spectacle so far south? To understand this celestial journey, we must delve into the very essence of the aurora. See, when charged solar particles hit Earth's magnetosphere, they interact with our planet's magnetic field, setting in motion a chain of events that results in these breathtaking displays of light. Typically, this phenomenon occurs near the poles. But sometimes, under unusual circumstances, auroras can travel much further south than their usual polar confines. Our story takes us back to early February 1872, when a major coronal mass ejection, or CME, hit Earth. The CME carried an immense amount of solar energy and charged particles, enough to disrupt the delicate balance of our planet's magnetic field. But unlike today, back then there were no satellites to monitor the skies. Scientists relied solely on optical observations to understand this celestial upheaval. Imagine yourself in the shoes of the people of Rome during that time. As the night sky explodes with otherworldly hues, what would your thoughts be? Would you reach out to the stars with questions? Or would you find solace in the familiar stories of your culture? Perhaps you might draw comparisons between the celestial spectacle and the myths and legends of your time. Maybe you might see reflections of gods and goddesses dancing in the sky. In that moment, the boundaries between reality and mythology seem blurred. The sky becomes a canvas for stories, the stars, characters, and a grand celestial play. The celestial spectacle that unfolded above Rome in 1872 was not merely a geographical curiosity. It was a worldwide phenomenon witnessed across Europe, North and South America, and parts of Asia. The aurora reached latitudes where it had never been seen before. People gasped in astonishment as the familiar night sky transformed into a realm of vibrant colors. It was as if the heavens themselves were putting on a grand display to marvel at the marvels of the cosmos. Reports began pouring in from all corners of the globe, each adding another layer to this celestial mystery. Eyewitnesses in the U.S. reported seeing similar auroral displays along with strange disruptions in their telegraphs. The rhythmic clicks and whirs of communication machines suddenly faltered, sending out garbled signals that hinted at a world turned upside down. Imagine the scene in an operator's hut. The quiet hum of the telegraph is suddenly replaced by a cacophony of erratic sounds. As the aurora dances in the night sky above, the telegraph keys dance erratically in the hands of the operator. Could this celestial spectacle be the reason behind the sudden chaos in his instruments? The year is 1872, and the place is the United States. The Northern Lights, a mesmerizing celestial spectacle, paint the night sky with their vibrant hues, reaching far into the southern latitudes. As the aurora reaches the United States, it brings with it more than just a breathtaking natural wonder. It carries with it a touch of mystery and intrigue. The telegraph operators stationed across the country are baffled by strange disruptions in their systems. Static interference crackles through the wires, drowning out the usual rhythmic pings that carry important messages across the nation. The normally reliable system falters, sending out garbled signals that seem to defy explanation. It's as if the aurora itself is reaching down to touch the instruments of communication, leaving behind a trail of confusion in its wake. The aurora's presence is felt not just in the dazzling display overhead, but also in the very fabric of human endeavor, reminding us that even in the face of technological advancement, there are forces of nature that continue to elude our understanding. Amidst this celestial commotion, several individuals step forward to try and make sense of the unfolding wonder. Among them is Angelo Secchi, an Italian priest and astronomer who is observing the aurora from the Roman College Observatory. With keen eyes, he documents the color, shape, and duration of the aurora, noting its unprecedented journey to such low latitudes. His meticulous observations are not confined to the sky alone. Secchi also pays attention to the impact of this celestial event on technology, particularly the transatlantic cables that were experiencing disruptions due to the aurora's interference. He links the dancing lights in the sky to the strange behavior of the telegraph wires, hinting at a connection between the two phenomena. Secchi's report becomes a beacon of insight in a sea of confusion. He describes the aurora as a brilliant spectacle, a luminous arch stretching from northeast to southwest and reaching as far south as the latitude of Rome. His detailed account serves as a lifeline to understanding, helping to unravel the mysteries of the aurora and its impact on the world around us. As the aurora painted the night sky, it wasn't just the seasoned scientists who were captivated. Ordinary people from all walks of life looked up in wonder, their everyday lives momentarily forgotten. They saw more than just a natural spectacle. They saw a message from the heavens, a reminder of the grandeur and unpredictability of the universe. And in this shared experience, they found a common bond that transcended social divisions. The aurora that lit up the skies in 1872 was not just a scientific curiosity. It was a cultural phenomenon. Artists and poets alike were inspired by its beauty, immortalizing the spectacle in their works. Writers penned sonnets and painted vivid pictures of the dancing lights against the backdrop of a star-studded sky. The aurora became a muse, a source of artistic expression that captured the imagination of a generation. The year is 1872, and the place is Rome. Above the ancient city, the night sky erupts in a breathtaking display of colors. This is no ordinary aurora. This is an aurora that has traveled far from its polar home to grace the skies of the eternal city. It's an event that not only captures the attention of astronomers and scientists, but also ignites the imagination of poets and artists. Writers take their pens to paper, attempting to capture the wonder of the dancing lights, while painters mix their colors, eager to reproduce the celestial palette on their canvases. The aurora becomes a subject of artistic obsession, a source of inspiration that transcends the boundaries of science and art. The celestial event of 1872 serves as a bridge to our modern understanding of geomagnetism and solar storm. It was a pivotal moment that laid the groundwork for future discoveries and investigations into the mysteries of our planet's magnetic field and the sun's influence on Earth. By studying the records of this bygone era, scientists today are able to gain insights into the dynamics of our planet's magnetic environment and the patterns of solar activity. They delve into the archives of the past, piecing together the details of the 1872 event to better understand the complex interactions between the Sun and Earth. Through this exploration, they uncover valuable knowledge that helps predict and mitigate the potential impact of future solar storms. It's a testament to the enduring legacy of this celestial event that it continues to shape our understanding of the cosmos even after all these years. But what if the same event were to happen today? Our world, heavily reliant on technology, would be at risk. GPS systems could fail, satellites could be disrupted, and power grids could collapse. In an instant, the modern conveniences we depend upon could be thrown into chaos. Yet despite the potential dangers, there's a sense of wonder and awe that accompanies this celestial spectacle. The aurora serves as a reminder of the immense power of the universe and the delicate balance that sustains our modern way of life. It's a call to respect and understand the forces of nature that surround us, knowing that they hold both beauty and peril in their embrace. Scientists point to the 1872 study as an early warning record, urging us to pay attention to the signs that the universe sends our way. The celestial spectacle that graced the skies of Rome in 1872 was not just a mere natural phenomenon. It was a momentous event that left an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of those who witnessed it. For the people of Rome, it was a humbling experience. Imagine the scene. In 1872 Rome, the Colosseum stands silent, its ancient stones bearing witness to countless spectacles, but none quite like this. As the Aurora danced above the Roman Forum, the birthplace of an empire, it painted the clouds with hues that no earthly artist could have conceived. The Pantheon, with its awe-inspiring dome, stared up at the sky, its oculus framing the celestial display like a celestial picture frame. The Spanish Steps stood bathed in the ethereal glow, their grandeur accentuated by the play of colors above. Even the Trevi Fountain seemed to pause its eternal flow, mesmerized by the spectacle. And amidst this celestial commotion, the people of Rome found themselves in a state of awe and wonder. The sight of the Aurora dancing in the sky filled them with a sense of childlike fascination. They stood in the streets, their faces turned upward, their mouths agape in wonder. Some fell to their knees, overwhelmed by the sheer magnificence of the display. Others reached out to touch the sky as if to grasp the dancing lights. There was a collective gasp, a shared intake of breath as the colors shifted and swirled overhead. It was a moment of unity, a shared experience that transcended social boundaries. The Aurora had awoken something primal within them, a sense of wonder and humility in the face of the cosmos. In the days following the Aurora, the people of Rome couldn't help but talk about the celestial spectacle that had graced their skies. It became a shared memory, a common thread that bound them together. They gathered in the piazzas, their voices hushed with reverence, as they recounted every detail of the event. Mothers pointed to the sky as they told their children about the dancing lights. Shopkeepers paused in their work to share stories with their customers. The Aurora had become a part of their everyday discourse. It was as if the sky itself had woven its magic into the fabric of their lives. But the celestial spectacle didn't end there. The Aurora reached far beyond Rome, painting the night skies of Europe, North and South America, and parts of Asia with its vibrant hues. People across continents witnessed this global wonder, united by the shared experience of marveling at nature's grandeur. From the bustling streets of London to the moonlit avenues of New York, the Aurora became a topic of conversation, a shared moment of wonder in an ever-changing world. What did the people of Rome think about this Aurora? Were they frightened or amazed? How did it affect their daily lives? Did it change their perspective on the world? Well, to answer that question, we need to look at the sources, the writings, and reports from that time. Religious interpretations also played a significant role in shaping people's perceptions of the Aurora. Many saw the celestial spectacle as an omen from God, a sign of divine intervention, or a message from the heavens. The idea of the Aurora as a heavenly apparition resonated deeply with religious beliefs, adding another layer of meaning to the event. Some interpreted the dancing lights as a symbol of divine presence, while others saw it as a warning or a call to repentance. These interpretations were often shaped by prevailing religious doctrines and beliefs, which viewed celestial phenomena as potential signs of God's will or judgment. A remarkable aspect of this celestial event lies in its ability to transcend time and place, connecting people across generations and cultures. Today, as we look back at the Aurora of 1872, we find ourselves drawn to the wonder and mystery that it represents. It serves as a reminder of the enduring fascination humans have had with the natural world and the cosmos. Imagine yourself sitting in a cozy cafe in Rome, sipping a warm cappuccino, as you listen to tales of the great Aurora of 1872. The old man's eyes twinkle with excitement as he describes the night sky ablaze with colors. The cafe, with its rustic charm and aroma of fresh coffee, becomes a portal to the past. Outside, the bustling streets of Rome fade away, replaced by the hushed whispers of a bygone era. The event became a source of local pride, a defining moment in the collective memory of Rome. Over the years, efforts were made to keep the memory of the Aurora alive through various means. Local organizations and enthusiasts came together to commemorate the event, organizing exhibitions, lectures, and gatherings. They sought to preserve the stories and accounts of those who witnessed the Aurora, ensuring that future generations would know about this extraordinary spectacle. And in a world where we often focus on the latest advancements and modern marvels, the Aurora of 1872 serves as a gentle reminder to appreciate the beauty of the past. It encourages us to seek out and cherish the stories that have shaped our present, for they hold valuable lessons and inspiration for the future. So the next time you find yourself in Rome, take a moment to appreciate the rich tapestry of history that surrounds you. And remember the night when the sky erupted in a kaleidoscope of colors, leaving an everlasting impression on the hearts of those who witnessed it. The night of February 1872 was indeed a special one in Rome. The appearance of the Aurora not only captivated the attention of the people, but also left an everlasting impression on their hearts and minds. As they gazed up at the sky, they were not just witnesses of a natural phenomenon. They were participants in a cosmic ballet that unfolded before their very eyes. However, as time went on, these records began to fade into obscurity, overshadowed by the hustle and bustle of daily life. But the story doesn't end there. Today, there are renewed efforts to bring these archived records back into the limelight, allowing us to revisit this remarkable event. Researchers are delving into old archives, unearthing forgotten reports, and piecing together the fragmented accounts of the Aurora. They are breathing new life into these historical records, ensuring that they are not lost to the sands of time. One of the ways these records are being revived is through the republication of Angelo Secchi's star maps and diaries. His meticulous observations and detailed drawings provide a unique glimpse into the records. Today, people can piece together the story thanks to the efforts of a man named Pietro Secchi. He was an Italian astronomer who lived from 1816 to 1878. During his lifetime, he was well known in scientific circles. But why? Because Secchi left behind an incredible legacy. He left behind several star maps, some of them handwritten, others illustrated. These covered not just the stars, but other celestial objects as well: comets, nebulae, even the aurora. His diaries were filled with observations about the sky. In 1872, there was a lot of it. Between July and September that year, Secchi recorded a total of 23 auroras, including the one that lit up the Roman sky on August 5th, and he didn't just record the date. Secchi provided detailed sketches of each event, describing its appearance and duration. Not just that, he noted the latitude and hour of each phenomenon as well. In 1878, Secchi died. His heirs stored his scientific work, including the ones related to the aurora, in the family attic. Decades passed. Who even remembered Secchi? The family eventually moved out of their house. The diaries stayed put. Time to bring them to light. That's exactly what a journalist named Marco Fazzi did. In 2012, Fazzi, who writes for the Italian daily La Stampa, discovered the diaries. With the help of experts, he republished them along with Secchi's star maps and other writings. Together, they form a 5-volume set titled Diario Astronomico, which basically means astronomical diary. And here's something interesting. According to reports, the Italian government is thinking about turning Secchi's records into a memorial. The plan is to showcase them in a museum dedicated to Italian astronomy. As for the location, reports say the museum will come up in Rome, if that happens. It would be a fitting tribute to Secchi, who played a key role in reviving interest in the 1872 aurora. But really, that wasn't his intention. Secchi just wanted to preserve history. Let's go back to that letter published in the pages of a local newspaper. On August 8, 1872, the writer remains anonymous, signing off only as incredulo. But here's what he says, and I'm quoting, "The sky over Rome in 1872 reminds us the universe watches back." How true is that? Today we have solid proof that the universe keeps an eye on us. Satellites orbit the planet. Telescopes peer deep into space. But sometimes we need no machines to marvel at the universe. All we need to do is look up. Tonight, we told you about the aurora that lit up the Roman sky. Is anything similar happening somewhere in the world right now? Possibly. Scientists say solar storms can disrupt important things like telecommunications and power grids, so we study them, monitoring the sun constantly. Missions like NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory keep watch over our nearest star. Such missions take pictures of the sun every 10 minutes. That's a lot of data. Imagine having to sift through all of it. Well, researchers have developed artificial intelligence to do the job for them. AI basically scans through the data and tells scientists about the likelihood of solar storms. These events happen because the sun doesn't behave as nicely as it appears. Our star has a violent side as well. Sometimes it lashes out, hurling a mass of charged particles into space. And this is just the beginning. Soon these particles reach Earth, and they collide with our atmosphere. The result is an aurora. This isn't just a pretty light show. The solar storm can damage important infrastructure. That's why we try so hard to predict it. Stories about mysterious lights in the sky aren't new. They've fascinated humans for ages. Let me show you something. This is a cave painting. It's about 10,000 years old and was found in Spain. Can you guess what it shows? A solar eclipse? Possibly? This one's older. This is a bas-relief. It's 4,000 years old. Do you know what it shows? Another solar eclipse. Here's a more recent one. This is a medieval manuscript from the year 1490. Guess what it shows? Yes, yet another solar eclipse. People have witnessed eclipses before. They didn't understand what they saw, so they made it a part of their religious beliefs. The sky was communicating with them, they believed, and sometimes it was good news, sometimes not so much. Here's a case in point. This is a fresco. It's a part of a church in Saxony, Germany. What does it show? Two suns in the sky. According to legend, this painting predicted the end of the world. Fortunately, that hasn't happened yet. It may be someday it will. But humans continue to be fascinated by the skies. From Rome's skies to Bangladesh's horizons, Studio Bangla Network brings untold wonders to your screens. Like, share, and subscribe for the unseen, the unheard, the unknown.